Week 12 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few wide receivers I have as sleepers this week. The first receiver, KaVontae Turpin of the Dallas Cowboys. To Turpin, he's been more of a special team player for the Dallas Cowboys over the last few seasons. Right now, available in 98% of fantasy leagues. And this Cowboy team, it's been tough for them to score, especially with Dak Prescott out of the lineup the last few weeks. And obviously, he's out for the season. To Turpin, the last few ball games, we haven't really seen much from him. Week 9 at Atlanta, 3 catches, 36 yards. Week 10 versus Philly, a goose egg. And Week 11 versus Houston, 3 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown on that 64-yard touchdown. So like I said, the Cowboys, they want speed in the lineup because they really can't move the football effectively. And we've seen in the past, Turpin, he's been used in different formations as a gadget guy as well. So this week at the Commanders, it's a tough matchup versus solid defense, especially with Dan Quinn being the head coach. See Quinn knowing what this Cowboy offense is going to run. So KaVontae Turpin, I think once again Dallas is going to try to get him in space and use his speed for the offense's advantage. And if you need a deep sleeper, he's available in 98% of fantasy leagues. Receiver Delon Vele of the Denver Broncos. Vele available in 97% of fantasy leagues, surprisingly. And the last couple weeks, he's gone out there and he's starting to put up numbers. Week 10 at Kansas City, 4 catches, 39 yards, a touchdown. And Week 11 versus the Falcons, 4 catches, 66 yards. So in PPR leagues, 2 weeks in a row, double-digit fantasy points. This week, a good matchup at the Vegas Raiders, emerging as the number 2 option in this passing game, I believe, for this Denver Bronco team. Obviously, Courtland Sutton, the number 1 wide receiver. And then after that, it's little Jordan Humphrey, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, where Devon Vele's looked like the best receiver out of those players I just mentioned all season long. So will Vele get more snaps and more route participation? And he's a big 6'7", 6'8" target, where obviously in the red zone especially, he's going to get looks. I think Vele could be a decent sleeper option at the Vegas Raiders, a defense that can't stop anyone this week. And the third and final wide receiver I have as a sleeper is Nick Westbrook-Ikhine of the Tennessee Titans, out there in 92% of fantasy leagues. Westbrook-Ikhine, 5 out of 6 games, he's found the end zone. I know some of the numbers have definitely been fluky, including last week, a 98-yard touchdown made his fantasy day. So Week 4 at Detroit, 2 catches, 39 yards, a touchdown. Week 9 versus the Patriots, 5 catches, 50 yards, a touchdown. Week 10 at the Chargers, 3 catches, 31 yards. And then Week 11, like I said, the 98-yard touchdown catapulted him to a 2-catch, 117-yard game and a touchdown. So he's a quick wide receiver. He's got decent hands. Another wide receiver that's a big target as well is Westbrook-Ikhine. And ever since DeAndre Hopkins got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously his routes ran has gone up and his targets have gone up. So this week, if you need a deep sleeper in a matchup where they're going to be chasing points at the Houston Texans and have to throw a whole lot, where the Texans do give up the 8th most fantasy points to receivers on the season, I think Westbrook-Ikhine's a sleeper this week. So that's a few wide receivers I have as sleepers for Week 12 of the fantasy football season.